Okay, so I managed to get my wits about me finally, and if this video is raw, uncut, okay, that sounds like the beginning of, you know, the type of videos. If it sounds a bit raw, it's because it is, and I want you guys to feel it. Feel me.
What?
All right, this is going downhill quickly. Either way, I'm excited. Guys, I know I got a bit too excited in the reaction, but I've waited a long time for this. And I know you have as well, so you can't judge me. We have been waiting to see what Shanks can do ever since we saw Shanks, right? Gildarts did something before Shanks, and he was made from Shanks. Let's get to the chapter. One Piece chapter 1079, the red-haired pirates. When I first saw the chapter title, I'm like, okay, Oda's really doing this. And even before the chapter came out, a lot of my friends were saying, stay off the internet. Don't talk to anyone. Stay in your house. Don't go anywhere. I even avoided Facebook because I got spoiled from Facebook before. I didn't go on TikTok. I avoided all this because I did not want to be spoiled. And damn right, guys, I was not spoiled, and I was ecstatic based on what transpired this chapter. Now, cover story seems to be over. No more Vegapunk or no more Judge and Caesar stuff. We just have Luffy watering a sunflower that he thinks is a lion, or a lion that think. You guys saw the cover story. Let's get to the chapter. Now, Oda gave us the backstory, or just an inside view as to what York was doing the entire time, right? And York, you know, I said it before, I said it again. It's not that we didn't suspect her, it's just that we didn't think she had any purpose or any intention. She wasn't intentional about anything. And so with her being here, stuffing her face with meat, I feel like York is at a place where, or she was in a place where she could go under everybody's, what's the phrase? She could avoid everybody's scrutiny because she's not anyone they value her, but they don't think anything she does is of note to pay attention to. Like, for instance, we don't know about the uploading and downloading thing with Punk Records with York, but I would presume that sometimes York is uploading her taking a shit. And for a lot of the people, they're like, I don't want to watch York's video of her taking a shit, so I'm just not going to look at the video. And when you come to look at it, it's York uploading a video of her kidnapping CP5 agents. But you didn't watch it because normally it's her just taking a shit. I get it. Logical. Sound. For Shaka, he's not watching York videos. For what? For her eating some more meat? Why? Either way, York proves that she is a Vegapunk because she had a contingency plan for all this. So she was conspiring. And the thing that was mentioned that was very interesting is that she said that they're coming for her, right? Or rather, they're not just coming for Stella. They're looking to eliminate York as well, even after she proved her loyalty. So she's smart enough to understand, okay, I'm somewhat proving my loyalty, but they don't believe it and they're still trying to get me. So we have to make contingency plans or an olive branch to prove to them that I am valuable because I want to be a celestial dragon. I don't know what in her mind feels like that's possible. Either way, she had secret meetings by herself with the entirety of the Seraphim, all of them that we know of, at least thus far. Again, York can do this because she's the one that has the most downtime, and she can skate around the rules, and she can walk around, eat, poo. She can do all that for the punks. They're not worried about what she's doing. So in the midst of everything that was going on, she had a secret meeting with every one of the Seraphim and gave them orders and contingency plans. So that's the interesting thing. We were never told exactly how orders were to be given, but basically you could give orders on top of orders on top of orders. So she said, hey, wait till everyone's not around, then petrify me, then unpetrify me. So she was giving her orders on top of orders. There were layers to it, and we weren't sure about that before. And so now seeing it in real time, it's like, okay, it makes sense that she could have them do a bunch of different things because she can give multiple orders at once. It's genius based on what we know, but before we didn't know about it, so we were confused. But again, kudos to York. I can't blame her for going with just her ambitions and her makeup. That's how she was created. So for her, that's pretty much all she knows. And she's just going with her nature. That's it. But that was a very interesting part of the chapter that I really liked that Oda gave us a perspective on. But then after it seems like we were leaving, Egghead was like, okay, where are we going? Where are we going? And then in the midst of that, Sentomaru was regretting his decision to help Vegapunk because every single time this man he's losing it. He's like sweating. He's thinking about, you know, his benefits. He's losing all of that. And so he's questioning everything. Either way, we're about to move away from Egghead and we see a ship. It's not the main ship. It's not the Saber, right? Maybe it's like the Tooth or something of Zebek. It's pulling up and there's someone that's flying Blackbeard's flag. Now, a lot of us presume that it could be one of the Blackbeard pirates, which I assume it is as well. Shiryu, Lafitte, maybe Aokiji. But let's explore the possibility of it being maybe an allied captain, someone that's flying Blackbeard's flag. Who knows? It makes more sense for it to be a Blackbeard pirate because we haven't seen a lot of them in a long time. Shiryu, Lafitte, Aokiji. Saw them in the cover story. Well, shit, we saw Aokiji in the cover story. Where's Lafitte? Where's Shiryu? Where's San Juan Wolf? Where's Avila Pizarro? So I think it's time to showcase, right? Oda is showcasing now. We're seeing what Law can do. We're gonna save Kid for later. We saw what Shanks can do, but Oda didn't show us any of Shanks' crew. Here's the thing. Oda is showing us that we're really in the final saga, and he's drawing things he's always wanted to draw. So he's always wanted to draw Kid getting folded because every time, every arc, we see Kid getting folded. Why? And listen, I do have some apprehension about everything because I do think there's still some more in store for Kid. I know. A lot of people say, what? You think Kid is gonna, what? I do. So with that being said, we move on to Elbaf, the Warland. And what's happening is Oda's introducing some funny characters. I would not be surprised if these characters are based off of people that he knows, people that he works with, like some inside jokes. We have Padded Toe Geratini. We have Gravetooth Fugar, and we have Panicky Pururu. I think my favorite is Pururu. For sure. I don't know, I just like it. But we have these allied captains, these notable captains that are introduced. I'm like, oh my God, how strong are they? Oh my God. Oh, they're actually trash. They're not strong at all because Shanks accepts anybody for the most part into his fleet because he's a man of the people. How can you hate him? He's so dope. So he accepts these people into his crew because that's just what he does. But Kid and those guys, they're trying to take it seriously. And they're saying this is a new world. There's a lot of fleets. And it seems like Kid, he could be eradicated by the fleet before he even gets to Shanks. That's what I thought. Shanks says, yo, let them through. He didn't say that. He said, yo, back off, right? Just retreat. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Just run away because Shanks realizes, or Shanks knows that his crew is weak or his fleet is weak. And well, they know it too. They do. They actually do because they're here. They're like, yo, we're not gonna let anything happen to you, boss. And he's like, that's fine. I appreciate the sentiments, but just back up, okay? Just back up. The funny part is that they're saying, yo, the real reason why Shanks has to step up is because we're known for being weak, right? And they're like, yo, keep it down. Nobody knows about that, okay? We get a bounty. We have a good life. We get the hose, right? These are the grannies talking, by the way. And so we're good. It's a good life. We're good. We have the red hair banner, and Shanks, he looks out for the people. So there's no way Shanks can be a bad guy. I just don't see it. So now we move forward. It's disrespectful. It's very disrespectful because the red hair pirates, with Kid yelling into the metaverse, right? He's yelling at them from where he is, talking about, yo, I'm gonna defeat you, Shanks. Ben Beckman, I'm gonna take my arm back. And they're restocking, right? They're just moving things around like if nothing is going on. The only person that's worried is Shanks. The only person that seems to be somewhat worried or concerned about Kid is Shanks. He's like, well, he's worth $3 billion, and we can't underestimate the growth of the youngsters. And in my head, what I'm thinking about is Shanks is probably thinking about Luffy in this case, right? He's like, we can't underestimate these guys, but he's thinking about Luffy's possible growth. And for him, if he doesn't underestimate Luffy, why would he do the same for Kid? So I think for Shanks, when he pulls up on Luffy, it's gonna be the same way. It's probably the same attack, the same blitz, same attack to see how Luffy deals with it. And Luffy is going to, of course, parry it and deal with it well and show that, yo, I can bang too. I'm a sun god, bruh. You're a hockey god, I'm sun god. How you doing, Shanks? Nice to meet you. I'm not a kid no more. I ain't tell you give up your arm. He's probably not gonna go like that, but Shanks is gonna test him. He does care about the youngsters. Clearly, he said to Yasop, which is interesting. He's talking to Yasop about youngsters because Yasop doesn't care about his. He said, Shanks in the movie, he just left Uta. Either way, he said, yo, you think he's all right? He just went through a very intense battle. You think he's all right? Yasop like, he looks fine. He looks like he wants to fight. He's good. And Shanks is like, I guess it's okay. He's concerned about the new generation. I believe Shanks has put his bet on like his candidate, but he still respects the fact that this new generation, they're out here making a name for themselves. And Shanks probably knows about some prophecy, and that's why he's so somewhat uninvolved. Now he more so is, but he didn't want this. He didn't want this smoke. Even though Shanks is strong as hell, he does not want to fight unnecessarily. Even though he pulled up to Wano, seemingly searching for Blackbeard. I still think it's somewhat promo, but seemingly searching for Blackbeard. He thought Blackbeard would be in Wano, which is smart because he's thinking of how Blackbeard operates. Blackbeard is the person that goes after people when they're somewhat vulnerable. Blackbeard, I'm not sure if Blackbeard had intel on Shanks and where Shanks is going to be, and he still feels like they're not ready, which probably is the case because they're not together. His entire crew isn't there. So the last last thing Blackbeard would want is to run into Shanks with half his crew, but Blackbeard took it a step further. One more step, big brain. I'm not gonna go and attack all you guys at once, no, because you guys just took down 2 Yonko. You should be decent. But individually, I think I can take you. So I'm gonna wait and see who comes along. I'm gonna take your poneglyphs. So Shanks, they're playing chess. It's a back and forth between these two, and I love it. I can't wait till we get some more about it, because they're trying to actively outsmart the other, more so Blackbeard than Shanks, because Blackbeard is being chased by Shanks, and Shanks is gonna catch Blackbeard when he wants to be caught. When he's ready for Shanks, that's when Blackbeard is gonna turn around and say, "Fight me!" More than likely he's gonna go like that. Either way, Kid is still yelling into the void, still yelling at Shanks, and Shanks is asking about Blackbeard. It's disrespect, huh? We move on, and Shanks looks at some documents, and I'm not sure if this means Shanks was disturbed by what he saw that Kid was doing or whatever the case was, but you know when the hair covers your face, there's nothing showing, and it's like, did that bother him a lot? But hey man, Kid says, yo, how many ships are actually there? Pretty decent, yeah? And Kid is like, all right, we're gonna take them all out. Damn punk. I know. The community in general, it seems like they don't respect damn punk, considering, well, I don't know why not. I don't know. Bro, he's creating a freaking laser cannon from metal. He creates a laser cannon from metal. And here's the thing, there's been progression. He fired a beam at a time at Big Mom. Shanks, the future sight demon, saw Kid firing multiple beams, seemingly at the same time, taking out his ships. So Kid has progressed even from where we were versus Big Mom. Or I guess it wouldn't make sense to fire multiple beams at Big Mom because she's just one person. Either way, that's what he was doing. I mentioned Shanks being the future sight demon, and future sight, I think, is probably my favorite ability, right? Shanks uses it. After Shanks uses it, Shanks like, he gets up, right? Shanks like gets up and just jumps out of there. He like jumps out of there. And they're like, yo, you saw a pretty damning future, right? They're just like, Ben Beckman is like, saw a pretty bad future. And Shanks is serious because they said about Shanks, when his friends are hurt or his friends are in danger, that's when he's a monster. So after seeing that, he had to act quickly. He disappears, jumps, and I don't want to overstate this, but Shanks might be the strongest ever. All right, let me chill. Okay, Shanks from where he is. Look at where Kid's ship is when we see Kid looking at the fleet, right? They haven't moved that much since then. We can't even see Shanks' ship. Shanks goes from his ship, leaps, and he closes the distance so fast, Kid doesn't have time to switch to his arm. He still has his gun equipped. He doesn't have time. And Killer notices at the last minute, he gets caught in the Kamusari! And they're both done. 2 commander caliber opponents, 1 attack. He jumped from Elbath damn near. He won. Yo, is he Superboy? Like, he jumped from Elbath damn near and blitzed Kid so fast he could not react. Kamusari! It's over. Please, Master Shanks, here's the road. Please don't do anything to my captain. Embarrassing. But the Triads would do that too for Luffy. But I don't know what to say. I am flabbergasted. I feel good about it because I hype Shanks so much, but I feel badly for the Kid fans. People were kind of going at the whole notion of it making sense based on what happened here. But I think this is the showcase into Shanks is just different. And for Kid, there's still more left in store for Kid. It's just not his time right now. It's just not his time yet. Insanity. To add insult to injury, right? After Kid's knocked out, Killer's knocked out, they're begging, they give up their poneglyphs. Shanks beforehand told Dory and Brogy to get in position, which I'm presuming because of future sight, he understood that he was gonna decimate Kid already. Kid said it'll take 10 seconds for him to eradicate all those ships. So Shanks, I think, right, it's gonna take 10 seconds. So it has to be maybe it's a powering, right? It takes 10 seconds to power up. So Shanks seeing 10 seconds into the future, in less than 10 seconds, Shanks closed the gap between him and Kid and took care of everything. And then after that, they're all knocked out. Poneglyph's gone. Dory and Brogy. You wanna throw stones in a glass house? Well, here's a baseball. They said something like that. It's different. It's a different level. Shanks is that guy, the red hair. The Kid pirates, they got annihilated. 3 billion berries, guys. 3 billion berries. No chance. We're gonna dive deeper into Shanks and what he brings to the table and how strong he could be. We're definitely gonna do that, but right now, I don't know how you can place anyone over him. Alive, at least. I'm not gonna jump into the Roger versus Shanks thing again. I'm gonna revisit it, but not in this video. Guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about it? Did it move you? Move me. Moved me several times. But yeah, your thoughts, like the video, subscribe. right here. Akagami. I don't know. All right, y'all. Peace out.